Welcome to Ping24 Updates. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for more updates. News tickers blazed across Manila, Cebu, and Davao, flashing urgent headlines that captured the attention of millions. On busy city streets, people paused to read the breaking news, sensing that something historic was unfolding right before their eyes. It's over. Philippines now makes their own weapons. The announcement echoed across television screens and newspapers, signaling a dramatic shift in the nation's defense story. For the first time, the country was stepping out of the shadow of dependency. For decades, the Philippines depended on foreign allies, especially the US, for military hardware, rifles, warships, and more. Shipments of equipment arrived from distant shores, and Filipino soldiers trained with gear designed for other lands, not always suited for the unique challenges of the archipelago. This dependency left the nation vulnerable to shifting global politics and supply chain disruptions. When international tensions rose or supply lines faltered, the Philippines often found itself waiting, uncertain if critical support would arrive in time. Now, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. has signed the Self-Reliant Defense Posture Act, aiming to build a robust, homegrown defense industry. This landmark legislation marks a turning point, setting the stage for a new era of national strength and self-sufficiency. Supporters hail this as a step toward true independence, boosting security, jobs, and innovation. Across the country, pride swelled as workers, engineers, and soldiers envisioned a future where Filipino ingenuity drives the nation's defense. Imagine Filipino-built ships patrolling local waters, soldiers carrying rifles made in Luzon or Mindanao. Each vessel and weapon, crafted by local hands, becomes a symbol of national resilience and unity. This isn't just about prestige, it's about having the right equipment, tailored for the Philippines, ready when needed. Locally made arms can be adapted for the country's unique terrain and climate, giving Filipino forces a crucial edge. The path to self-reliance is challenging, demanding investment and long-term commitment. Building a defense industry from the ground up requires skilled workers, advanced technology, and careful planning. But the rewards could be transformative for generations to come. The world is watching. Can the Philippines turn this bold vision into reality? Allies and rivals alike are paying close attention, curious to see if the nation can rise to the challenge and inspire others in the region. The story of this transformation is just beginning. As the sun rises over Manila, a new chapter unfolds, one where the Philippines takes charge of its own destiny, forging a future built on strength, innovation, and hope. Can the Philippines really make its own weapons? The answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's a story of ambition, limitations, and a nation's drive to secure its future. The country already produces small arms and ammunition, thanks to the government arsenal and private firms like United Defense Manufacturing Corporation. These facilities supply the military and police with rifles, pistols, and bullets, and even export some products to friendly nations. But when it comes to building advanced systems, like fighter jets, missile frigates, and sophisticated radar, things get much more complicated. These require a vast industrial base, cutting-edge technology, and years of research and development. That's where the new law comes in. It aims to bridge this gap by encouraging investment and partnerships with international defense contractors, bringing in expertise and technology that the country currently lacks. The strategy is clear. Start with what's achievable: ships, armored vehicles, and drones. These are within reach, and success here can lay the foundation for tackling more complex projects in the future. But it's not just about technical ability. Building a defense industry takes careful planning, significant investment, and above all, time. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The Philippines already makes some weapons, but scaling up to full self-reliance, where everything from bullets to battleships is made locally, is a massive challenge that few countries have achieved. Still, the potential is there. The country has a skilled and adaptable workforce, and its strategic location in Southeast Asia makes self-reliance a necessity, not just a dream. Turning that potential into a powerful, homegrown defense industry will require a united national effort, strong leadership, and, above all, patience and persistence. The journey is just beginning, and every step forward is a testament to the country's determination to stand on its own. The stakes couldn't be higher. For the Philippines, building its own defense industry isn't just about weapons, it's about sovereignty, security, and the future of the nation. The Philippines is an archipelago of over 7,600 islands. Stunning, but a security nightmare. With the world's fifth longest coastline, patrolling these waters and protecting trade routes is a Herculean task. Historically, the military focused on internal threats, insurgencies and separatist groups, draining resources and shaping doctrine. But now, tensions in the West Philippine Sea have shifted priorities. Confrontations with China highlight the need for credible external defense, modern warships, coastal systems, and surveillance tech. Relying on foreign allies is risky in a crisis. The push for a self-reliant defense industry is a direct response to these new realities. The Philippines is forging its own shield for the future. The Self-Reliant Defense Posture Act is the centerpiece of the new defense strategy. It mandates prioritizing locally made equipment and supporting Filipino defense manufacturers. The law requires the Department of National Defense to develop specific industrial capabilities: shipbuilding, firearms, cybersecurity, drones. Incentives like tax breaks and long-term contracts aim to attract private investment. Technology transfer is key. Joint ventures with foreign firms will help Filipinos learn and build advanced systems. The law's 15-year modernization program is about shifting from passive importers to active creators. Success depends on consistent funding and political will. The stage is set for a revolution in Philippine defense. The Philippine defense industry's current strengths are most evident in the production of small arms and ammunition. This sector has developed steadily over the years, focusing on meeting the essential needs of the country's armed forces and law enforcement agencies. Skilled workers and modernized assembly lines ensure a consistent supply of high-quality bullets and rifles, which form the backbone of the nation's defense capabilities. The government arsenal, a state-run facility, is responsible for supplying basic munitions to the military and police. Alongside it, private companies such as United Defense Manufacturing Corporation and Shooters Arms have established themselves as key players, producing a range of firearms not only for domestic use, but also for export to international markets. Their collaboration with the government helps maintain a steady flow of essential weaponry. Shipbuilding is another promising area of growth for the Philippine defense sector. Local shipyards have gained expertise in constructing patrol craft, including the Navy's multi-purpose attack craft, which are designed for speed and versatility in coastal operations. These shipyards are gradually expanding their capabilities, aiming to take on more complex naval projects in the future. These patrol vessels play a crucial role in safeguarding the country's vast coastline and territorial waters. They serve as the first line of defense against maritime threats and provide a solid foundation for the development of more advanced naval assets in the coming years. Despite these achievements, the Philippines still lacks the capacity to produce heavy weapon systems. There are currently no domestic programs for manufacturing fighter jets, main battle tanks, or advanced military electronics. The infrastructure and expertise required for such complex systems remain underdeveloped. While the country has a growing electronics manufacturing sector, it has yet to make significant inroads into defense applications. Most production remains focused on civilian markets, and the transition to military-grade technology is still in its early stages. As a result, the current arsenal remains basic, consisting mainly of rifles, ammunition, and small patrol boats. These provide essential security, but highlight the need for modernization and diversification. Recognizing these limitations, the government has enacted new legislation aimed at transforming this modest industrial base into a modern, comprehensive defense industry. The law encourages investment, technology transfer, and partnerships with foreign firms. The journey from basic capabilities to technological breakthroughs has now begun, marking the start of an ambitious new chapter for the Philippine defense sector. Building a defense industry faces major obstacles. The industrial base is underdeveloped, lacking heavy industries and specialized suppliers. Brain drain is real. Skilled engineers and scientists often leave for better opportunities abroad. Funding is a constant challenge. Defense budgets compete with other national priorities. Private investment is risky without stable government contracts. Shifting from a culture of importation to local production will face resistance and bureaucratic inertia. Overcoming corruption and inefficiency is essential for real progress. Other countries offer valuable lessons. Japan rebuilt its defense industry by leveraging commercial tech. Israel innovated out of necessity, focusing on R&D and niche technologies. South Africa achieved self-sufficiency under embargo, proving political will can drive autonomy, at great cost. Brazil's mixed results show the importance of focusing on key strengths and stable funding. The common thread: invest in R&D, foster public-private partnerships, and target export markets. Political instability and inconsistent funding can derail progress. The Philippines can learn from these successes and pitfalls. The path is challenging, but not uncharted. The dream of Filipino-made weapons is rooted in history. Indigenous communities forged iconic blades like the Krais and Campilan, symbols of artistry and resilience. Revolutionaries built makeshift arsenals and improvised firearms during colonial struggles. The 1970s and 80s saw local assembly of helicopters and development of trainer aircraft and armored vehicles. These projects proved Filipino engineers could design and build complex platforms despite setbacks. Today's push for self-reliance builds on this legacy of creativity and determination. The national dream is not new, it's a revival. The Philippines stands at a crossroads. The new law is promising, and the country has proven it can build essentials: small arms, ammunition, patrol craft. The challenge is scaling up to meet 21st century threats. Success depends on sustained political will, funding, and a thriving defense ecosystem. Partnerships between government, industry, and academia are crucial. In the short term, focus will be on shipbuilding, modernizing munitions, and emerging tech like drones and cybersecurity. Early victories will build momentum for bigger projects. The dream of a self-reliant defense industry is now national policy. The coming years will test the nation's resolve. This is the story of a country determined to secure its own future.